Good evening, folks. This is Danny's Thoughts. Hey, it's Sunday evening, and hey, I just wanted to bring up a couple of things to you. If you don't know, then you won't know, but you're going to know. One of the things that have come to me today is a friend of me asked me to look at a video, and that all had to do with what you know. I agree that people know what they've been told. They will only educate themselves in what they want to know. If they don't want to know it, they're not going to educate themselves in it. They're not even going to even think about it. So there'll be a lot of those folks that are what we're going to call not educated. Not uneducated, but not educated. Uneducated sounds like they're stupid. No. They're just not educated in the fact that whatever you might want to have a conversation with them with, they may not have the knowledge to have that conversation because it's something that they never thought about. Okay, so that's one point. The next point is now we're going to talk about what you may not know. It has started. You guys have seen in the past, in history, if you pay any attention at all, that the government had a big breakdown in the banks and they had a big run on the banks. Well, it's happening on both of our east and west borders. Out of California, the Syndicate Bank has been closed. People don't know when they're going to be able to get their money out of it. It's been closed. And now in New York, the bank out there, gosh, I was trying to remember what the name of it was. The government has closed it because of things going on in it. Another bank. Now think about these. These are two major metropolitan areas that they have closed the banking industry in those areas. Folks, it started and here it comes. Next question is, those folks who had borrowed money from those banks, who do they owe it to? I'm going to make a suggestion that nobody ever made back in the housing debacle. Don't pay it back to anybody that ever contacts you. Don't make an agreement with them. Don't answer any questions. Don't do anything. Ask them questions, but don't answer any. This puts you in a contract with whoever decides they want to collect that money and start you up in a new contract that you don't have to have. You don't have to have that contract. You didn't have that contract with those people. Just like with a collections company. You don't have a contract with a collections company. You didn't borrow money from them. You didn't get services from them. You didn't get anything. You don't have to get in a contract with them. Don't answer their phone calls. Don't answer their letters. Don't answer anything until you're ready to do what you want to do, not what they want you to do. It's crazy out here in this world. There's a lot of things that you're not going to be aware of because you've never been told. There's a lot of things you're not going to educate yourself in because it's never been a worry. I want to tell you, there are a lot of things that I have learned. I'm 63 years old. There's a lot of things that can happen in this world and the way our economy is set up that you can either be a part of or you don't have to be. I'm not telling you to not be responsible. Be responsible for your actions and the things that you've created. If you choose not to be responsible, then that's on you. Don't go back on the folks who put you in that situation because you agreed to that situation. But don't get into another contract because that situation didn't work out for them. Okay? These banks have gone debunkle and the government has come in and closed them or whatever because of their actions and their business practices. That's not your fault. It's really not. You didn't walk into their establishment and say, hey, I want to know all about your business because I want to make this decision with an education of what you have to offer and how you're doing your business. I cannot believe that in today's society that we don't have more community banks. Remember back in the day when the community bank was run by people you knew, was backed by people of the community, and had people on their boards who lived in that community. It wasn't this big corporate thing that you never knew anybody, you don't know anybody. All you got to do is play by the rules. There's been many of those banks who have also collapsed, who have been sucked up by another bank and sucked up by another bank, to where now all you have is a banking monopoly. You know, a small town community can support itself. When you get into the corporate banking system, they're taking money out of your community. Just like the big box stores. They come in, close up all the little stores because they can't compete anymore. You're not going into their stores. The things that they had that you can no longer find because that big box store doesn't care whether or not you can find it or not. You just replace it, throw the others away. That's all they care about. So guess what, folks? Pay attention and listen. Those banks have gone to bunk. Do not get in another contract with anybody else for what you owe. And look out for the what is owed to you. If you had a savings account, you agreed to allow that company to keep your money safe for you so you can get it anytime you want it. If they're stealing it from you, then that is theft. If they close their business to steal your money, that is theft. Remember that. And folks, this is Danny's Thoughts. This is Sunday, March 12th. And I think it's 12th. Maybe it's 13th. Yeah, March 12th. And it is 8:06 in the evening. So good evening. Have a great day. Remember, respect and responsibility. Respect yourself and others and take responsibility for your own actions. You don't have to take responsibility for others. God bless. Have a great day. This is Danny's Thoughts. Hey, if you'd like to support this channel, like, share, comment. I always want to hear from you. And I tried to check to see if there's any comments on there to comment back to. So feel free, comment. I enjoy the interaction. Have a great day. God bless.